Hey everyone, so apparently this month is Donkey Kong December, which has become a bit of a popular celebration of Donkey Kong thanks to like a certain someone. But it's always fun seeing all the Donkey Kong related videos that people release during this time. And the special thing about it being Donkey Kong December this year is that it's a celebration of not only Donkey Kong Country's 30th anniversary, can you believe that? It's also Donkey Kong 64's 25th anniversary, so that's really crazy. Two really big anniversary being celebrated right now, and for two phenomenal games. I know people are more mixed on 64, but I personally really love it. But I don't know, I'm not really good at like video essay kind of stuff, but I did also want to contribute to Donkey Kong December by kind of showcasing my cute little collection of Donkey Kong games and memorabilia, merchandise, whatever I could find. Now, sadly, I couldn't find the most important thing. It was my very lovely Hot Wheels DK edition. It's somewhere in my room, and I just, for the love of everything, could not find it. But it's whatever. At least I mentioned it in the video. So, shout outs to you, Hot Wheels DK. But anyway, without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. It goes a long way for this video to appear more on on the feed and algorithm. Really appreciate it. Alright, go ahead and start off with the games. First is with the one that started it all, Donkey Kong, the arcade game. Now, I only have the classic NES series version of Donkey Kong, but it's still the one that started it all. It's still fun to this day. You can still have a great time. Then Rare came in and they made the Donkey Kong Country games. This is when it first started to really like Donkey Kong was put on like this spotlight that was unlike any other with Nintendo platformers at the time. In some ways outshining Mario. But here I have the first country game, both in the Game Boy Color and the SNES version. But absolutely adore this game. It's still a masterpiece to this day, whatever version you play, because this has some extra content, though being a bit crunchy, but this is just pure bliss. You can't go wrong with either one. Then there's the sequel, Diddy's Conquest, which is my favorite out of the two. I absolutely adore this game to death. It means the world to me. I think I've beaten it both on the Game Boy Color and the original as well. Back in the day, yeah, absolutely love these games. The country games are so good. Then comes Donkey Kong 64. So yeah, this is I don't know, possibly a hot take, but this is pretty much like my favorite Donkey Kong game, probably, besides Jungle Beat. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I know some very weird picks for favorites, but I just absolutely love the charm that this game oozes. I love using the Kongs, I love all the collectibles. It's like, I know a lot of people complain there's too much to collect and like it's too much of a hassle to switch between the Kongs. And I think it's fine, for me at least. It's probably my favorite Rare game is this one right here. Now comes like post Rare era stuff, and that is the Tropical Freeze. I have both versions here on the Wii U and the Switch. I haven't played this yet, but I really want to. But I want to play Returns first. I don't have Returns, so I'm waiting to like get my hands on Returns. I'll probably grab the Switch. That Switch re-release on a good sale, because I don't think it's worth $60. But I'll finally play Returns, and then this. I've heard that some people say that this one, Tropical Freeze, is like the best out of all the country games, which is really interesting for me to hear. and it does look very phenomenal from all the footage that I always keep seeing of it. Okay, then come, these are kind of like, they're not really Donkey Kong games, they're more Mario games, but they're also Donkey Kong games. It's the Mario versus Donkey Kong series. So these sets of games started from Donkey Kong 94, which was a like a reimagining of the original Donkey Kong arcade game for the Game Boy. And then they made this GBA follow-up, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which pretty much just strayed away more and more from Donkey Kong itself, and it became more of a Mario game. Then I have the sequel here, March of the Minis, which is pretty much where it went downhill. I still think it's great, but like that level editing part of it carries these two games hard. I also have Mini Land Mayhem. This is like the 4th game in this Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. But yeah, I like these that you control more than mini Marios. You don't control Mario anymore in these, and they just essentially become mini Mario games. It's very weird, but they're still kind of fun. I still like them. Alright, so those are like, yeah, those are the games. Now, I mentioned Jungle Beat. I actually don't have that anymore. I used to have that as a kid. Same thing with Donkey Konga 2. And I still have the bongos for them. Here's the box for Donkey Konga 2. And inside, it even still has the... There we go. It has the bongos that came with that, as well as even the manual for the bongos, which is really cool. So there's that, but I don't have the game. I used to have Donkey Konga 2, but not anymore. So I plan on rebuying that so I can, you know, have this complete. And also, these are the bongos that I still have to this day from my days of Jungle Beat and Donkey Konga. You know, I love them. I know people think that they're pretty like dumb nowadays, but I absolutely adore the bongos. I think it's so fun. Let me go ahead and arrange these here. There we go. There we go. Okay, then everything else that isn't like video games. So we have this guy. This is a like, I think this is like a Donkey Kong like figure from way back in 2008. Yeah. So yeah, I've had this for a long time. You can see it's pretty banged up, scuffed, and kind of dirty. And he has like he's broken on the back, so his back broke because it's too much to carry the Switch with the ports that keep coming. I'm sorry, buddy, that you have to keep carrying the Switch like that with those ports. But anyway, jokes aside, there's also this really old bobblehead of Donkey Kong here. I found like at a Goodwill. As you can see, he's standing on a Game Boy Advance. This is probably a says 2002. It says this item is a display collectible. I wish it would focus. I'll read it. 2002, display is a collectible, not a toy, not recommended for show number 6. Yeah, so this is probably a promotional piece, I would guess, for maybe this game or something, or I'm not sure, but it's really cool. I love it. He's standing on a Game Boy Advance. It's really unique. I have a couple of these bobbleheads. I have a Mario one, a Beautiful Joe one, and a Mario and a Luigi one as well. Really neat piece of Donkey Kong merchandise there. Then we have the Donkey Kong Country Canadian animated show. I have the VHS release. This is pretty much just like a feature length where it like puts together 2 of the episodes, I think. I know this is a very goofy show, but like I personally really like it. I don't know, something about it is just, it's dumb. It's like really dumb, but very charming as well. And then the DVD has like 2 different DVDs here. Donkey Kong Country, and the Raiders of the Lost Banana. And I wish my camera would actually focus for once. But yeah, very goofy show. I know that it actually isn't probably that good, but I do like it personally because of nostalgia. And then, of course, the guides. I also have guides. Let's see, this is a unofficial guide for Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. It's really cool. Then we have Diddy Kong Racing, which, funny enough, I actually never owned Diddy Kong Racing, so it's kind of funny that I have a guide for it here. And of course, I have the best guide here, the official Donkey Kong 64 guide from Nintendo Power. As you can see, it's very beat up because it's quite old. But yeah, it's the full guide to it that a lot of people will probably need it, and probably need right now because, you know, this game tends to give a lot of trouble. Yeah, very cool to have this and the game still. And then, of course, the 2 magazines that I have for Nintendo Power, which showcases returns, as well as this Spanish official magazine, Club Nintendo, showcasing the exact same game. So yeah, pretty cool. And then the only other thing I remember having is this Donkey Kong, you know, Switch, like it's like those third-party by PowerA or whatever. Yeah, PowerA controller. It's nothing special, but you know, it's DK themed and it looks nice. I like the color scheme, and DK being there looks kind of nice. So yeah, there we go. That is my Donkey Kong collection. I know I couldn't find my dear little DK Hot Wheel, but it's fine. You know, at least I mentioned it in the video. But yeah, you know, it's not much. Again, I used to have a couple more stuff growing up, but kind of dwindled down as time went on, and I have gained a couple new stuff, like me trying to buy the country games and getting Tropical Freeze and that sort of thing, you know, as time goes on. I do kind of want more guides. They're very cool. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this kind of thing, you know, I always like making this kind of thing every once in a while, and since it's Donkey Kong December, I thought, you know, everyone likes it. YouTubers like to celebrate that quite a bit, thanks to a certain someone. I wanted to just contribute my little bit to Donkey Kong December with my little cute collection here. If you want me to talk about, I don't know, like any of these, I'd be more than happy. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk about Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong Country 2, or you know, whatever. I'd be up to that totally. But yeah, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. You know, it helped me, and comment. You know, it put this in the algorithm more, and I don't know, I really appreciate it. Well, see you on the next one. Bye.